Hey guys, it's Kelly. I am here to do a very long chit chat, get ready with me with you. This was highly requested. I am getting ready for my high school reunion. It is our 30th reunion. It is just, it's unbelievable. I can't believe this much time has passed. So yeah, I'm excited. I had a couple of people say, you are going to do a get ready with me, aren't you? And actually, I wasn't going to. I wanted to just kind of take my time and do my thing. I'm getting ready early. I tend to, when I get nervous or if I'm really busy, I perspire a lot, and I don't want to ruin my makeup before I even get started. So I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my face. I'm going to start with a good drink of water from my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Okay, that's wonderful. Now, this makeup has to last. Has to last a while. So what I'm going to do, as soon as that dries off, and I'm going to be having to reach for and grab things. I only grabbed a couple of things that I know I want to use, so you'll just have to forgive me kind of leaning out of frame. Forget the background. This is just me and you, and we're going to talk and we're going to get ready. It is a long one. If you're not interested in long videos, I totally understand. This one's probably not going to be the one for you. I'm going to be reminiscing some and talking about other things also. So yeah, if you're not really into that, then you know, this may not be the one for you and you can click out now, but I do appreciate the fact that you visited my channel. And if you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe so you can catch me on some of my shorter videos. And so let's get ready. Okay, I got my beauty blender wet. Forgot to do that. That's the worst thing, isn't it? You sit down and do your makeup and then you don't even have a wet beauty blender. Okay, I'm going to go in with the strongest setting, the strongest primers and setting sprays that I have, and that's my Skindinavia. You can get this online, again, at Skindinavia. If you're new to my channel, just go to skindinavia.com, Skindinavia, and usually you can get, this is a 8-ounce bottle. I've had this forever. It's oil-free, paraben-free, and it's a really fine mist, which I really do like. But anyway, I've had this for a year. It goes on forever because you just really don't have to use a whole lot. It's a real fine mist, and it hits your face just right. Then I have the Skindinavia finishing spray. Mine is in the one that says bridal because that's their most heavy duty. And I need that because I live in the South. I'm in Alabama, and the humidity, especially right now, we've been having rain almost every day. And so it's almost 100% humidity. I need this makeup to stay on until the wee hours tonight. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am getting ready early. So it's going to have to last a long time. I'm not going to be doing anything other than taking my time and going along. So what I want to do first, I believe I think I'm going to go ahead and spray it with this primer spray. And because I did not moisturize when I got out of the shower just a minute ago, and my hair is newly colored, it's real frizzy right now, but I'll handle that when I go to curl it, and I'll put some, some oil on it and that sort of thing, and that'll help calm the frizzies. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray down with my Skindinavia just as a base, and then since I didn't hydrate, I am going to, or moisturize, I'm going to go in with my First Aid Beauty, the Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer. I'll go in with that after this is dry. I love this stuff. Oh, and if you don't know, they make all of the Urban Decay sprays. So if you like Urban Decay, this is like Urban Decay on steroids. It works really well. That's all I have to do. It is a wonderful sprayer. It's so fine. I mean, the mist on it is just a fine mist. It's wonderful. It's refreshing. Now I'm going to go in with this because it is a moisturizer and primer. I'm just wanting to get down a really good base for my makeup before I get started. You know, if you put down a really good base, then you're probably not going to have that many problems with your makeup lasting. I am going to do mostly the places that sweat the most. I seem to sweat right here under my eyes, of course in my T-zone, my nose, and my chin, all of those things. But it'll help moisturize, and it'll keep my face from looking cakey. It'll give it a little bit more youthfulness. Okay, let's see. Where to begin? I think that I need to start with color correcting. I'm going to use two different color correctors today. I have, let me get the right drawer. I have my tried and true, there's my my Tarte Shape Tape. Let me see. I'm gonna have to pull the drawer out. Okay, that's my correcting stick. I have what's left in this little bottle of my green, and I also have my Wet n Wild cushion that I'm going to use over my face, and that way it won't be quite as thick. I did pull out the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to need my primer for my eyes, and I believe that's probably all I'm going to need. So I'm going to put that drawer back in my beauty box, and I do have an original beauty box, and guys, it is worth every dime. I know that we're going to have trouble, you know, with some flashback as we go, but I'm just going to have to kind of go with it. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side because that's my finishing spray. All right, let's get started with the Wet n Wild cushion. I really liked this the first time that I used it. It's just a screw top, and then it has this little pad that you can put on your fingers, and there's a little thing that you just pull that exposes the product. If I can get it open. And there it is. This is really good for like if you have a large area of redness, and I have rosacea. I just recently went to the dermatologist, and she said that this is rosacea. I didn't believe that it was rosacea before I went to see her because it's not raised. I don't have any texture issues or anything like that, but apparently it is rosacea, and that's the reason that I'm so discolored. I'm going to go down under the edge of my neck also, and then I'll do the worst parts, like, you know, through here. I'll go back over that with my Urban Decay, which is a little bit stronger. Ooh, that light. I'm just gently patting it on. And because I have so much redness on my jawline, I do try to conceal that also. It seems like anytime I put anything to my face is when I get that brightness. And I adjusted my brightness on my phone and fixed it to, let me see something. Okay, let's try that. I think that I just need to touch the screen every time it starts to do that, and maybe it will readjust the lighting. Okay, that's really good for large areas in my chin. I don't want too many layers on. I mean, it's probably, you know, chances are that it's going to be hot. If I dance at all, it'll be hot. So I'm just going to put that back, and then I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to go in with my Naked Skin from Urban Decay and the color correcting fluid. I'm going to go in with the green. I'm going to go over the areas that are the worst, and it'll help a lot. Yeah, I'm just going to have to continue to touch the screen when I start having issues with brightness. It's, there's some kind of setting that I don't have right, and I'm not really sure. Not really sure about it, but maybe with that, it'll help with the brightness issue. Now I'm just kind of going over everywhere just to kind of blend it in and make sure it's not heavier in, like heavier in one area more so than the other. I mean, this redness is just almost impossible to conceal. It does a really good job with the rest of my face though, so I'm happy with that. I've noticed I'm really red yesterday from where I got waxed, which is pretty normal. I usually do get red there when I've had my brows waxed. Okay, I think that I want to go in and do my eyeshadows first. And the reason for that is because of fallout. I'm going to be using Makeup Geek shadows today. And they are gorgeous. And they're so very pigmented. They're my tried and trues. I know I don't have to worry about what I'm going to get from them. And yeah, I'm going to start with that. But I know since they're so pigmented that I'm going to have some fallout. So, to prevent having any other issues, I'm going to go in with my NARS eyeshadow concealer. Just put some on the lid, drop it back in the drawer, and use your ring finger when you're around your eye, because it's so important, especially with mature skin, not to put too much pressure. I can't stress enough how important that is. So I was in charge of the memorial for all of the classmates that we've lost so far. We've lost 14 of our classmates. Our school colors were purple and white, like royal purple. And so I had a bow made. My best friend, she gave me a picture of what she wanted, and this is what I did. I had a big bow made, had streamers coming off of it, and then I took laminated photocopies of their senior picture, and I cut them out, and I placed them, I hot glued them down the ribbon, and I'll insert a picture for you here. So that's what I did. And the poem that's beside it is called The Empty Chair. And it's a chair that we reserve for all of those who've gone on before us. And it was really hard. I have to admit, I didn't expect it to be like emotional, but it was. And I was looking at all these faces, some of which were such dear friends. I mean, such dear friends. One girl was my elementary school best friend. The entire time we were in elementary school. She was my best friend, and I stayed with her all the time. And another girl that we've lost was my best friend in junior high school, and her husband murdered her. And it took us, as a group of classmates with a special few that were very determined, that loved her very much, we were able to get a conviction. And he is in prison, and he has been denied parole already. He will spend the rest of his natural life in prison, and that's what he deserves. He shot her in their front yard. I miss her. So Desta, girl, if you're listening, I love you. It's hard, guys. When you start getting older like me, let me start finding some brushes. I've got to find some brushes that I can put some shadow on with. You know, as you start getting older, you do start losing classmates, and it's, you know, part of the process of life. And I'm going to go in with this bone color. I think it's, yeah, it's vanilla bean. It's just a sort of a flesh tone color. It doesn't have any shimmer. It's a matte. I'm going to stick with mattes pretty much today, I do believe. But I'm going to put this all over my lid. I'm going to be using my handheld mirror so that I can see up close. Because I'm blind, I don't have my contacts in yet. I chose not to put my contacts in yet because if I do get eyeshadow in my eyes, I want to be able to get that out before I leave and not have it in there for the whole night, because my dry eye syndrome has just gotten worse and worse and worse. So anyway, this is going to set down that primer that I put in, or that I put on. And I did get my brows waxed and tinted yesterday. This is the first day after tinting, and they always look extremely dark the first day after, but that's fine with me because all that really means is I have to use a little bit of clear gel and they're ready to go. I don't really have to do anything to them. There's very little gaps or anything like that. This one's always going to be my best one, but yeah. So I'm just setting that down. I'm just going in a little bit at a time, and when I feel it drag against the brush, then I know I need to add more. Let me check this one. If you feel your skin tug at the brush, that just means that there is no, eyeshadow there, because that primer leaves your eyelids kind of a tackiness. There's a tackiness to it, and you have to set that down. Okay, I want to go in slow. I think I want to go in with something. I'm going to go with warmth. I'm going to go in with this color called Latte. It's just a medium warm brown. And let's see, I don't want to use that one for that. I want to use my actual crease brush that I am used to using. This one right here. I'm going to go into that brown with my Sigma E40, and I'm going to start putting this through the crease to start building up. This is going to be my transition color. Well, I appreciate all of you that voted on my outfits for tonight, and the ones that you thought that were appropriate and that sort of thing. After I started getting your comments, I realized, some of you were so right. A lot of my choices were more daytime. But since then, I found out that this is, even though it's an evening event, it's very casual. And since it's casual, I did decide to go with the full-length black maxi. It has the slit up one side. I decided to go ahead and go with that. It was my first instinct anyway. But what I have done, I found a beautiful black scarf. It's solid black, but it has a really beautiful fringe on the ends of it, on the edges. And I'm going to tie that around my waist. I always go right above my crease, by the way, in and above my crease, because I have hooded lids. If you're new, I do have a couple of new people, but yeah, I'm just kind of sweeping that through there, and I'm gonna use this to go in and blend after each color. Okay, now I can go in with a different brush. I think I'm going to use this one, which is the one I went all over with. It's an E23. It's from Morphe. I did prefer my Sigma brushes, but the Morphe brushes, they're good brushes. They do tend to kind of flare out just a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. I like them. Okay, now I need to go in with an even warmer color, and I think that I'm going to go in with this one here. It's one of my favorites. It has a little bit of an orange to it. This is Cocoa Bear. If you know anything about Makeup Geek, then you know about Cocoa Bear. It was one of her first shadows. I'm going to go just a little bit above. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, just to give some warmth above the crease. But I'm going in very lightly, as you can see. See the difference? I'm just going in very lightly and putting that through the upper area above where my actual crease is, and a little above where I put my transition color. Okay. Don't forget to shake off your brush. It's very important to tap your brush to knock off any excess, because if you go in too hard, there's not really a whole lot you can do other than start over. And you don't want to have to do that. Okay. I always go a little too hard on the far side. I'm right-handed and you can see the difference. Let me get my clean brush and let me buff some of that out. I do want to have a warm lid. I want it to look nice, you know, that sort of thing. I have to go pretty close to my brow bone because I really just don't have that much real estate to work with. Okay. Now, let me see. What do I want to do next? I think I want to go in with something pretty bright, actually. And I'm trying to decide which brush that I want to use for that. I think I may just use this brush. It is a Sigma F70, so it's like a little flat shader brush. I'm going to go into this color. It is gorgeous. It reminds me a lot. It's called Havoc. It is a duochrome. It's this one right here. I think it'll be pretty. I'm going to go in with that. It reminds me a lot of MAC's Blue Brown. Actually, I'm going to have to spray with some Fix Plus to get any results. So let's go into this baby with that. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm going to put this on my lid and a little above. Especially on the inner corner. It's not really getting the pigment that I've been looking for all over. I mean, it's getting there. I'm just having to build it. I'm building it way more than I've ever had to build a Makeup Geek shadow before. So that's surprising. I did notice when I put my brush in it that there is zero kick up. It's almost like hard pan, which is weird. This is not a foiled shadow, it's just a duochrome. But I wanted something special on my eye that would be a little different. It's just taking a lot of blending. I don't know if you can see the difference. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'm going in again with this, with the same brush, and we're going to try the other side. It's almost like a slick surface. It's really hard to describe. Let's see. Yeah, I'm starting to get some fallout now. Maybe it's just because it had never been used before and I went straight in with the Fix Plus, the damp. Oh, and by the way, this Fix Plus from the Fresh and Fruity line. Coconut. Oh, it's wonderful. I'm just sort of kind of painting it in. I actually bought some eyelashes to put on. I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as far as my dress tonight, I went with the black maxi. I did that because of the undergarments that I found to wear. I kind of need to wear that. And because of the straps on it. And I did decide to just go with a really pretty, I'm going to tie the scarf around my waist. And then I'm going to wear a really pretty silver bold necklace. I'm going pretty simple on the earrings because I have a bold necklace. And I mean, you just don't want to do both. It's just too much. And if you have anything, you know, decorative on your you know, outfit, you really don't want to do a necklace. Earrings are fine. So, you know, it's just, you don't want to overdo it. And I didn't want to overdo it. I really didn't want to wear a necklace because I was afraid it would make me even hotter. But, I mean, you know, you only live once. It feels weird going to my reunion single, I have to admit. But I feel good about it. I mean, I really do. Let me go through and I'm just gonna run some little circles through here just to blend that in a little bit. I will work on my brow bone and it almost just went away. I mean, it really did. I'm not impressed with that particular color at all, Marlena. Goodness. I love Makeup Geek shadows, but that one, what can we do? Let's go in with this instead. This is a kind of a cranberry color, and it's called Anarchy. It is a shimmer shade. I'm going to see if I can get it to show up. Yes. Oh, yes. This is much better. Oh, yes. I like this much better. It is just no doubt. I'm not real crazy about Havoc. But this one is wonderful. And it's called, what again? Anarchy. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's going on. It's a beautiful plummy rose, but it is a satin. Yes, this is a Makeup Geek shadow. We lost one of our classmates just less than a month ago. Nobody knows really what happened. She was found in her car in a parking lot. And she had been dead for a couple of days. Of course, you always suspect foul play in those situations. Yes, this is gorgeous. It's not building up as much on this eye, and I think it's because I had a little bit more dampness on this eye, but as it's drying, it's building. So it's taken me a little while for the eyes, but that's okay. I've got time, guys. That's the reason I started early. I didn't want to get flustered, because if I get flustered, then I start sweating like a pig. I mean, I don't know why, but I don't know if you can see that or not. That's much, much better. I will come back and do under my eyes and my brow bone and that sort of thing later. Let me close these up for right now. I'll just come in underneath with that. Okay, now what I need to do, I have got some, I keep these e.l.f. wipes beside me because they're not good for anything else other than cleaning up, you know, while you are, and they're actually dried out almost. I'm just going to kind of clean up the fallout. I mean, guys, that's a lot. That's a lot of fallout. More than I would want to try and cover up with a concealer. Let me put it that way. Okay, now all it did was take away some of my coverage, but that's okay. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. That should help. Okay, so pretty much I'm going with this smoky warm brown color. I think it's going to look really nice. My hair turned out a lot more warm than, I mean, on camera it looks red. It's not. It's just really, it's a really warm blonde. It's what it is. Okay. Now then, let's talk about what we're going to do next. I I think I want to go with my face makeup. And for today, I have chosen, sorry, that was loud. Today, I've chosen my L'Oreal Infallible, and I chose the Glow because my matte is not the right color. And so I felt like that this was going to be the right color and would be, you know, better suit my skin tone for right now. So I am going to just squeeze out. I keep a clean, this is just a candle holder from Target. I mean, I think it was $2 from Target. And so I squeeze out what I need. I just kind of like a zigzag pattern. And then I go in with my beauty blender from there. See, I just do that right there. That way I can grab some edges, you know, and that sort of thing. So let me go ahead and start working on my forehead. I don't want to be cake faced. I want it to be natural, and that's another reason for going with the Glow rather than the matte. The matte tends to, because I have mature skin, it tends to make me look a little too cakey even after a finishing spray. So there's that. I just don't want to get too much. I want to go in real light-handed because I really don't feel like I need a tremendous amount on the forehead. I need, most of my issues are, you know, in my T-zone and my cheeks. So that's what we're doing. I will show you guys in a minute. I'll go wash my hands after doing the major cream products. I have to wash my hands afterwards. I just can't stand it on my hands. Are you guys that way? I just can't stand it. So I'm going to stop and go wash my hands. And I'll show you my necklace and my earrings. My earrings I went very simple with because of the necklace being so bold, but yet they're still going to show very well, I do believe. Okay, let's go into this side and start building from the bottom up. Because I have so much redness, I kind of start along my jawline and then I build my way up the cheek. I stay out of this eye socket area. That's for concealer and for color correcting and those kinds of things. Then I start going down because I don't want any lines. And I am trying to use as little as possible. Like I said, I don't want to be hot, you know? Okay, let me go into this side over here. My son, you may hear him in the background. He, I think, was getting himself something to eat. I'm really excited. This is the first reunion for me to ever go to. And the first one was too expensive for me, in my opinion. They had a 10-year, and I think it ended up getting scaled back, but it was the same night that my ex-husband's was. So we just chose not to go to either one. And I don't think we had a 20th. And so now it's our 30th. And since I've not been to any of them, it's been 30 years since I've seen a lot of these people. And oh, that fallout. Oh, the traumas and dealings of having mature skin. There's color changes, and there's broken capillaries, and there's this, and there's that. It gets old, guys. It gets old. Okay, now I'm going to use it. Get my ear. I don't want anything, any kind of line. And I will be very, very careful when I hug people, that sort of thing. I don't want to get foundation on them. So since it comes down my neck some, I will be being careful to try to not get my makeup on them. Hopefully I'll have it set very well and it won't transfer. But this is, you know, something that you need to think about when you're going somewhere. If you're going to hug somebody, try to keep, you know, your foundation off of them. You know, you don't want to ruin their clothes. Okay, that's as soft as I'm going to get that redness. But guys, that's pretty soft considering. I love, love, love the finish of this. It is not too heavy. It's pretty dang natural looking, in my opinion. You can still see, you know, some age spots and things like that. I am probably going to cure that soon. Let me get this right here. This is my NYX dark circle color corrector in this color. Well, let me just tell you, really, in my opinion, but really, it's not pigmented enough for my dark circles, but it does help hide age spots. I don't even know if I got any. There we go. See, it hides it just a little bit, and then when I go in with my concealer, it'll help a lot. Okay, we put that back. Now, I can go ahead and put my foundation away. I didn't know how much I was going to need, and I ended up getting just the right amount, which is great. Okay, I am itching. Why am I itching? Where's my, here it is. My nose is itching, and I'm itching right there. I just wonder if I've got a piece of fuzz. I'm not picking for burgers, guys. Not digging for gold. Just trying to figure out. So I've already got some creasing in my lines there. That's okay. I will make sure that I work on those. Okay, now it's time for me to go in with my favorite Holy Grail under the eye product, which is the Smashbox color correcting stick in dark. It says look less tired. It just has a black cap, but it looks really dark orange. This is the absolute best product I have found at all for under eye circles, and you can see how deep mine are. Now, I can't do anything about the depth unless I want to go get, you know, injections and, you know, get that filled, and that's really what I need, but there's no money for that. It's not in the budget. Okay, I just like to kind of go up the corner of my eye here where I tend to get some darkness, and then like that right there. And I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, now what I need to do is grab, I can put that away because that's all I need of that. I'm going to get my, I've got a brush that I like to use to smooth this out. Question is, what, here it is. Okay, it's the same one I was just using on the concealer. I just go in and I smooth this out. You don't have to smooth it out at all if you don't want to. You can leave it on there. But, I mean, you know, the Shape Tape concealer it's such a full coverage concealer. You could leave it, you know, a really deep color if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it deeper than I normally do just because of this, you know, the occasion. And a girl can take all the help she can get. I will be 48 in the middle of July. And I've not taken care of my skin. Well, I didn't as a young person. But I sure do wish I had. Gosh, I wish I had. It would have made such a difference for my skin. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I like to use the color light neutral. I like neutrals rather than warms or cools. They just seem to work better for my skin. I am not going to do the typical fully pigmented triangle. But I am going to go down the tip of my nose, like that right there. That will be more than enough to lighten my nose and thin it up a little bit. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see the shadow that it created. Okay, I'm just going to go in now and start bouncing this out. I just bounce. I do go down the side of my nose like this right here, so that I have an area here that is darker than the rest. See how much it changes and takes away the tiredness in my eyes? Isn't that amazing? It's amazing what makeup can do for you. If you have, you know, issues that you want to cover or that embarrass you, or you just would feel more confident, don't get plastic surgery. Try some different makeup products first. It's amazing what you can do with some makeup. I mean, you know, I just gave myself 12 hours of sleep just then. I mean, that is seriously, I just did. And it's with that. I'm going to go into my Laura Mercier. It is a tried and true. I'm going to go into that before it creases, and I'm going to bake. Down the side of my nose. I'm going to get around that part, my upper lip, my chin, and the center of my forehead, because of the perspiration from the humidity. Okay, what I'm going to do now, guys, while that sits on my skin for just a bit, I'm going to go and I am going to wash my hands, get all of the goo that I've done so far. Drink. Yeah, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got that done. I wanted to show you, I went to Belk, which is our department store here. It says for sensitive ears, which I need. These are my simple little earrings. They are just some silver dangly balls on this little oval shape backing. These were $12, but they were 40% off. And I wear jewelry like this on the daily. This is a very Kelly kind of earring. But to go on my neck and on top of that black dress, I found this. And I fell in love. It's gorgeous the way that it hangs. That dress has a V-neck, and it'll hang above that V-neck, and I think it'll look really nice because it comes down longer in the center like a V-neck does. So that's my jewelry for tonight, and yeah, I'm really excited. I think that it's gonna let me throw that away. I think it's going to be really good. I really do. I think that everything's going to be okay. I am, you know, of course nervous about it, but I mean, who wouldn't be? Okay, I'm going to go into my Hourglass palette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my favorite powder to set the rest of my face. It's just my favorite. I'm going to go over where I baked just a little bit. I don't have to worry about messing up my brows. I don't have to worry about messing up anything. I'm going to come down my nose. Around the sides of my nose. I did also shave my face. I have a lot of peach fuzz. I know a lot of people do that, but there's also a lot of myths about that. I have just a really fine peach fuzz on my face, and if I don't shave my face, then the products don't lay on my skin. It tends to get trapped in the peach fuzz. And so I have just like this little personal trimmer. I think this one came from Walmart. It's by Kiss, and it's just a really tiny little thing, and I just go down. It's, you know, as safe and as comfortable as it can be, and that's what I tend to shave away. I mean, I have a tremendous amount of it in this area, and then of course I have it across my lip like normal women do, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's good for the products to get to your skin and not get caught in that hair. So I did load my brush, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to knock away the bake and then blend. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race last night. I was so surprised by the winner. Now don't get me wrong, I love xoxo, but I just couldn't imagine who was going to win. I did have my favorite. My favorite was Trinity. I thought that she just killed it all season, but she's also from Birmingham, Alabama. So I had to, you know, root for my hometown girl. I just had to. She was a beautiful queen, and I love that she's Southern and that she represented. I had so much fun this season watching it. It's not the most exciting season from what I understand. This was just the first season that I have seen. But I was really, really excited to see that Trinity at least ended up in the final four. And I was also, I was rooting for Peppermint. I love her. I mean, she can dance, she can spit those lyrics out. She is fierce, and I just loved her. So I watched that. I'm going to go in with my double-ended hourglass brush, which is really wonderful for getting inside these small squares. I usually end up this is supposed to be a blush up here, but it's more brown than anything, so I usually just mix these together, and then that's when I go in and bronze. I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but I do think that I have finally got this on the right setting that we won't have to worry about glare. I'm hoping. I hope it doesn't start going at it again. If it does, I'll try readjusting it, and we'll see what happens. But I love this palette, guys. I know this palette was expensive, but if they ever offer it again, it's worth every dime. I have used this palette. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know if you can see just how worn down. These used to be domed up really high. This one especially. These two are the ones that I use the most. Now, I have taken this one down too. But, I mean, ladies, it's wonderful. It is a beautiful, beautiful product. I love all the shades in it. I don't really use this that much. It is a highlight, and you know, guys, I'm a highlight whore, so you know that how much I like highlight, and I've just got other highlights I prefer. But I mean, overall, it's still a gorgeous. It's still very pretty. It's subtle. I don't know if you can see. It's very subtle, but it is pretty. I mean, it really is. So, let me see. I'm going to add just a little more. It is nighttime, so I want to do just a touch extra when it comes to the color. And I want to make sure that I get it pretty even. Heaviness on both sides. I tend to favor one side over the other, if you know what I mean. Okay. I love that. All right, now I'm going to go in with the smaller end, and I'm going to go into the blush in this palette. And this blush is just beautiful. You don't need much of it. That's the reason it's not worn as much as the setting powder, the glow powder, and the bronzer. It's because it's so potent. I will try very hard. What I'll do is I'll get my son to take a picture of me once I'm fully ready and dressed before I walk out the door. And yeah, I'll give you a close-up of my picture of my final makeup. I'm not going to put my lipstick and those kinds of things on until it's closer to time to go. I just don't, you know, I don't see any reason in doing that because I'll probably want to brush my teeth again right before I leave. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to go back in now with that bronze. I'm just going to hit just my forehead, just the edge of my hair, just a little bit, just to give me a little bit of color. Okay, now I'm going to go under here and I'm not mixing the blush with it this time. This is strictly bronzer. Just to give myself a little bit of a shadow. Guys, I've lost 52 pounds in my journey so far. And if you're interested in my weight loss journey, I have several videos on my other channel, which is listed in the down bar. You're welcome to go over there and subscribe. I haven't done a weight loss check-in in a really long time. Now, the videos that I do, I usually try to add an update in those. But I've been doing, you know, some other things over there, but I do need to get back over there and film an actual weight loss video. I think it would be to my advantage to go ahead and get that done. I'm going for lip balm. Than me just looking like I've abandoned the channel, because I haven't. Okay. What I'm going to do, I just put that on for a reason, because I have a lot of makeup on my lips. I love these microfiber, they're microfiber washcloths, and I love them because they're great for makeup. They hold the makeup really well. They're soft, and you don't get any lint. Okay, so what I basically did was use that to clean my lips, and now I'm going to go in just so that my lips are nice and hydrated. I'm going to be using a Kat Von D. I chose her Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. Of course I did. In Double Dare. So this is going to be the color that I use. I think it's going to be gorgeous with the eye look. I cannot wait to see how it looks. Okay, I am not going to put my highlighter on yet. I'm going to finish my eyes. So while I finish my eyes, what I'm going to be doing, let me find some of my... yes, I need a couple of pencil brushes, and I'm going to use my Veramona and Sephora color switch, and I'm going to have these out and cleaned. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I first need to brush my brows just to get them out of the way, because I'm going to be working on my brow bone and underneath, under my on my bottom lash line. Okay, I'm going to be going in with MAC Costa Riche. I am not going to do my waterline. What I am going to do is I'm going to tightline at the top, but mostly in the lash line itself. And then when I come down to the bottom, I'm going to stay on the lash line down there, and then I'm going to smoke it out. So let me go in and get some of this worked in there. Is it working? I am going to attempt lashes. I'm going to attempt it. That's the reason that I'm doing this. I'm not going to attempt wing liner. I don't have time to go back now. So that's what we're doing here. Trying to keep it off the actual waterline and keep it in the lashes. I'm looking forward to a fun night out with friends. My best friend, of course, will be there, so that's always good. I just saw an eyelash fall. But there's so many people that I love dearly that will be there that I have kept up with, like on Facebook and things like that, but I've not seen them. Okay, I think that one worked better than this one. And it's because I went up onto my lid space just a hair. You'll just have to bear with me, guys. It's just a little tedious when you're working on your lash line. Okay, now what that will do, once if I get my lashes on, what I'll do is I'll then go over it a little bit with this over the lash, the line of the lashes, the lash band. I'll spit it out in a minute. I'll do that, and then hopefully that will cover it, because I'm not doing black, wing liner tonight. So let me go into my lash line on the bottom. Okay, like that right there. Okay, let me do this side. Now then, if I can find the lid. Okay, that's Max Costa Riche, as I mentioned. It's this really, it's kind of a warm red. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go into that same palette. Let me see what I did with it. Here it is. Okay, let me find a warm, darker brown. I've got something all over me. Okay, here we go. This is a warm, darker brown, and it is called Mocha. This one right here. I'm going to use that with, this is a Morphe E36, and I also have a pencil brush. It's an E30 from Sigma. I may end up using both of them. It just depends on how things end up. I started to try to use this as my mirror. That's stupid. Okay, I'm going to try to use this first. This is where I end up getting the majority of shadow in my eye. And it does take a little while for it to work its way out. That's the reason that I wanted to hesitate on my okay, it's nice, it's dramatic, it's a night event, so that's okay. And I did smoke it down a good bit. Oh, the faces we make while we're doing our makeup. I am kind of going into my outer corner with this. I'm taking this up as though I were going to do a wing and doing my outer corner. And do you see what I've done? Okay. Let me see if I can do the same with this other one. I don't know if I can do this one with the same precision, but I'm certainly going to try. All right, that's a little better. Boy, I almost really messed up then. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go in with that blending brush. And I think that that will take care of it, especially when I go to do the other thing. All right, I really do like that color that I put on my lid, so I'm going to put a little bit of that on my lower lash line too. And we're just going to see how it does. Okay, it gave just a tiny bit of pinkiness to it, which is nice. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with this, which one do I want to use? I think I'm going to go in with this one because it has a pink hue to it compared to the others. I believe this is Shimma Shimma. Oh no, I just put my nail in it. Yes, this is Shimmer Shimmer. I'm going to go in with that, and I have a fluffy angled brush that I like to use. It's just angled. It's a E70. I'm just going to go under my brow bone and shine that baby up a little bit. And it will be nice because it'll work its way down into while I am continuing to blend. I have to just use as much, you know, real estate as I can. Okay. I like that pretty well. Okay, now I'm going to take a smaller brush, if I can find one. I know I've got another here. I've got this one. Yes, this is a Crown brush, and Crown is a good brand. I like their brushes. This one is a C513, but I think it's just a pencil brush. I'm going to go into Shimmer Shimmer, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner to lighten up things. Okay. Let me go down on the lower lash line just a little bit. And then I'm going to brush that away. Just a little bit. Like that right there. It just brightens it up a little bit. Okay. Now then. Alright, I think I'm done with shadows. I'm happy with the way that that turned out. So I think what I want to do now, let me get a drink. I have new mascara that I want to try. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. They say that it is a dupe for the Better Than Sex, but I got the waterproof version. I'm hoping that the waterproof version is going to be helpful. So yeah, let's see what kind of brush it has. Yeah, that's a really good brush for me. I like the size of that. That's very good. Okay, let's start with these top lashes. And I need to be very, very careful. I'm just scared to do the fake, the falsies. I'm afraid I'll mess up everything. Okay, my eyes are watering just a little bit, but I put 2 coats. I really do think that I'll be more comfortable if I do not go with falsies on. I just don't want them to pop off, and I'm afraid that I'll be uncomfortable, and of all nights in the world, this night I need to be comfortable. Yeah, it seems to be a very good mascara. I like the, the volume. It gave me pretty good length. My lashes are in a regrowth period, so I think it turned out pretty good. Okay, I do need to clean the corner of my eyes. I need to clean there, up there, just the inside corner. Oh, boogers. Okay, so what I need to do now, I will put on, one more time, just to be on the safe side before I spray my face. Now, I'm going to put on my new Jouer highlighter in Skinny Dip. This thing is gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And it's bronzy, so I think it'll go really well with the brown and kind of a plum color that I have going on. I'm going to go light-handed at first. I want to, I don't want to overdo it where I look like I got hit in the face with a can of metallic spray paint. So I'm going slow, just a very light application first. Okay. Okay. Now it's time to go in a little bit harder because it's going to be night and I want it to shine. Look at that glow. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Right on the nose. Okay. I love the highlighter mustache. I'll have to just be careful and not mess with it while I am brushing my teeth. I'll have to try to keep the water away from it. Okay, so I love that glow. It is so gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I don't see my clear, so I'm just going to go with the next best thing, which is my Gimme Brow, because it is a little bit lighter, and it wouldn't hurt for these to be lighter. Because they are freshly dyed. And I really do approve of this new Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. It's a great product. I really like it a lot. I do. It's a very easy application, and it gave me some really pretty voluminous but lengthy lashes. I don't want to walk in looking like a, I love drag queens, but I don't want to be one. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to get my lip liner and this kind of stuff ready for when I go to do that. Let's see what I have here to work with. And I'm not even sure what I want to wear as far as perfume is concerned. I don't know what I want to do. Well, that is a question, isn't it? I am trying to set my area up just a little bit so that I have space to curl my hair. I've got to work on it. I've got a lot to do for my hair. Yeah. My hair is very frizzy right now, and I am about to plug up the curling iron and start working on it. So let me spray my face, and then I'll put the rest of this stuff away, and I will come back when I have my hair done. It's a very fine mist, but it does wonderful things. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm glad that I used waterproof, so hopefully it will not run during the night. I'm very glowy, very dewy. So this is my look for tonight, guys. All right, I'll be back when I'm ready to finish up with my hair. I'll be back. Hey guys, I am almost ready. I have my dress on. I'm about to put my jewelry on, or at least part of it anyway. And then after I get the jewelry on, I will give you guys a full head to toe shot. I just wanted you to see what I decided to do with my hair is I pulled it up just a little bit over to one side and kind of put a clasp in it right there, and I'm just letting it hang long. I hope that it stays for the night. I have a hard time finding where my earring goes. Nope, didn't go in. But yeah, I'm going to put on my earrings and then do my lipstick. And then I have a scarf to go around my waist, as I mentioned earlier in the video. And yeah, see, this is perfect for me. I like big earrings, but not if I'm wearing a big necklace. And since I chose to go with a larger necklace, this for me was perfect. So yeah, this is what I decided to go with for me. This is what makes me comfortable. And this is kind of a high stress situation as far as, you know, you want to look your best for people that you've not seen in all these years, but you spent so many years of your life with, and you do want to look your best, you know. I did use my Dior perfume, just Dior, and I love it. It smells so good. It's a nice evening scent too. It's very romantic, and I like that about it. It's always been one of my favorites. Sorry, my son walked in. But yeah, I was just you know, kind of going through it. Let me get these scissors and cut this. They always put so many tags on necklaces, and they're hard to get off. I mean, I know that it's, you know, some of it is to protect the jewelry itself, and then some of it is to prevent theft. But, you know, it gets old sometimes. Because I don't own like I have a lot of Brighton jewelry, but I don't have like a lot of just daily costume style jewelry. And so I'm going to have to figure out how long I want this to come on here. Probably it's going to have to just wherever I can catch it. Because my fingernails, even though I'm used to having nails, I'm not used to having them yet again. So let me see what I can do with this. I hooked it first try. Okay, let's see here. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, ooh, I don't want to bring it down too low. I nearly showed my nude bra. I do have on a pair of Spanx underneath, but guys, this is what I'm going with as far as my jewelry. So let me bring you back up, and I'm going to do my lips. Now, what I'm going to be using for my lips, I'm going with my Rimmel Lasting Finish, and it is in the color Rose Quartz. I love Rimmel, any kind of Rimmel lip liner and eyeliner, both. I really do. They're really good. So I'm just going to nicely line. I don't want it to be quite such a sharp point as it is sometimes. I'm trying to round it a bit. See what I'm doing? Overline right there just a little bit so it seems like my palette is bigger. And then connect at the sides. It's soft, but it's not too soft. Fill in. My lips do come across as really dry, but I will probably put, I have the new Skinny Dip lip topper, thinking about putting that over it. We'll just, let's get this lip on and we'll see. That probably could go up a little bit tighter. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's just slipping inside and it's not even actually hooked in a hoop. I can feel that it's just slipping and sliding along. Okay, I think I caught it that time. Let me see. Yes, it's caught. And it's higher. And that's better. Yeah, that's better. And even if it does get underneath my clothes, it's still very bold. It's still a very bold statement. So, but it helps cover some of the age on my chest even, you know, which is good. Okay, now I'm going to go in with, like I said, the Kat Von D Everlasting Lipstick in Double Dare. So let's get this on. I've been really feeling bright lips this year. But for this look, this is most appropriate, I think. Okay, it's already dried down. Love it. Okay. An itch. I've been itching there since I started putting on my makeup. Just like there's a piece of fuzz there that won't go away. Okay. I'm just going to use my dual fiber brush from Sigma. It's just a Pro Sculpting. No, this one's from Sephora. I'm just going to use this to knock away anything that is on my face. I'm going to take my YSL blotting powder. It's gorgeous. I do use it. It's kind of hard to tell that I do though. I'm going to take that with me. I'm going to take my lipstick with me. And let me get that put back in its little pouch. Okay, I'm going to take that and the lip. And let's see what this Skinny Dip lip topper does for me. Oh, and I need to take my glasses too, just in case one of these contacts starts acting up. So I got a lot to do. I got a lot to pack. I was going to take a clutch, but I think I'm just going to take my normal bag. That way I'll be able to find it easy. Okay. Right in the center first. Ooh. Oh, goodness. See the sparkle? Oh, it's so pretty. It smells like vanilla cake batter. It smells wonderful. Okay. See how it gives just a little bit of pouty sparkle to the center? What do you guys think? Do you approve? Okay, I'll let you see a full length as soon as I get my scarf around my waist. I'll get my son to take some photos. And yeah, that'll be it. Hang on just a second. Okay guys, this is my final look. This is what I look like. My son's doing the video for me. Thank you. I have my long maxi dress. It has the slit up the side, and I did tie the scarf around. I had on my Coach thong heels, and I thought that they looked pretty good with the outfit. So this is the final look, and I'm ready to go to my reunion. Well guys, I made it home for my reunion. It was so much fun. It was so awesome to see all those sweet faces that I haven't seen in so many years. It was a lot of fun. We ate, we danced, we talked, we caught up. It was a lot of fun. I know that this is not great quality, but this is what the end of my night has ended up looking like. So yeah, I am very happy to be home. I'm going to take a shower now, get all this makeup off my face, and pull my hair up into a ponytail and curl up in the bed and go to sleep. You guys enjoyed watching me get ready, the process of choosing what to wear and those kinds of things. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys were along for the ride. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye.